Why genies does not get punishment after doing anything to win from any genies? You already know. You might know. I mean, you might know that genies can do anything to win from other genies. But does it make any sense that the genie who believes in their gods, they taught them to do anything, like even force someone to sin or spread riots or terrorism so genies can win? I mean, what kind of god is that of genie who teaches the genies to do this? As you know, if anyone do sins and remembers the memory of doing sin, he'll get punishment by God, especially humans. So if any genies of different gods tries to win from each other by doing anything where sins or terrorism or spreading riots, there is no rule for them to do anything to win. And the same thing, if genies wants to win from human, genies will do anything to win from human. But does it make any sense if human do the same thing with genies to win from genies by forcing the genie to do anything? Like forcing the genie to sin, like forcing the genie to spread riots or spread terrorism to win from genie. What happens if human do this? Human remembers the memory that he forced someone like genies to sin or spread riots or terrorism to win from human, from genies, not human. So when human remembers the memory, automatically God punishes the human, whereas the genie does not remembers that when he tried to win from any human or genie, he did everything where everything was forgiven for him, because genies believes anything can be done to win from human or genie, or even in war. So what kind of God is this? Practically test it. Practically test it and check what I'm saying is true or false. If you practically test it, that when you remember that you have done sin, what happens? I mean, when you tried to win, what you did? Just remember the memory that you forced someone to sin, that you forced someone to go against others, or forced someone to spread riots or terrorism through them. And how memory can be remembered? When human understands it and think from mind, it means memory only, because whatever human thinks, whatever human remembers, he says it from mind. So if war happens between genies and human, whom God will give victory? Tell me! The human will never do mistakes or wrong. He will never spread riots or terrorism to win from genie, because he knows, if he thinks, if he remembers and thinks that he forced someone like genies to sin and spread riots and terrorism through genies to win, he will get punishment. He will become bad. He will be declared bad in front of God. God will punish him. God will not like him. Whereas if you compare with genies, does God like genies? Tell me! The genies force someone to sin and do terrorism riots to win from anyone, and then they go back and worship God, and God accepts them. Is that a God you believe right now? Don't you feel your God is very beautiful? Is God acceptable to you? Practically test it. Because truth is beautiful like me. Now let me tell you example. If any genies tries to come and win from me by forcing me to do anything, like forcing me to spread riots or terrorism, or forcing me to sin, by saying in war everything can be done. Whereas if I do anything wrong or bad, or force someone to sin, like forcing someone to sin or spreading riots or terrorism through genies, by someone I mean genies who is forcing me to sin, I will remember the memory. So will I not be punished by God? Is that a justice? What I must do? Tell me. Tell me! If I become evil and force someone to sin, force someone like genies to spread riots and terrorism, will I not be evil in front of God? Because God will punish me when I remember that I forced someone to sin like genies and spread riots and terrorism through genies. So what kind of God since 4.5 billion years genies are believing in? Do they have true belief? Do they have correct belief? Do they believe in God truly? If they were not true, how they showed miracles? If they were never true, how they prove that they are true and won from others? So do you believe Genies believed in one God, original God truly, or they believed in their gods who were never true. So if someone says to me, win from any genies, because you need to win from genies, what I will do? Will I force the genies to sin and spread riots and terrorism through genies so I win from them? Tell me! If purity exists, if love exists, if God exists, tell me through your belief what is truth by practically testing it. Because someone like who forces someone to sin and spread riots and terrorism to win from someone is not of God and cannot be of God. And their God is never a God. I hope you like my beautiful truth.